Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Let's go back to Goodwill and see what we can find for vintage things to resell or add to my own personal collection. Let's see what we got. If you ever come across these Montefiore statues, they can be worth a decent amount of money depending on the subject matter. This one here is probably more in the $15–20 range. Whereas if it was an eagle like this, I saw one recently sell for $61 on eBay. It had an American flag on it as well, you know, just an idea of what it basically looked like. And so definitely be on the lookout for those. Any of the types that have the wooden style base to them tend to be worth a little bit more. You guys know I like me some bird figurines. These guys are pretty cute here. These bunnies are drunk, I'm pretty sure. They are super hilarious. I was so tempted to get these. I had them in my cart for the longest time, but then I discovered there was a chip on one of the ears, and I wasn't quite sure if anyone would really display these in these homes. I didn't really want to display them in mine. I didn't know if people would be creeped out by them either, but yeah, I just had to share those. Those were too fun. What do you guys think of this 3D decor plate here? I thought it was really quite beautiful. I love the birds in it, and I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like that before. Again this week, the animal figurines seem to be trickling back into the store. I thought this bear one was kind of neat. So I have a question for you guys. What is your take on fake ceramic plants? I think that's kind of interesting. I myself prefer the real plants, but let me know below if you guys rock the fake plants in your house or if you guys go ahead and put the real plants in. This random set was still there, but there was an interesting creamer behind it. Crouching down to see the stuff on the lower shelves is not my favorite thing to do, but you can find some good stuff hiding in the back. I feel like some of the workers just shove all the good stuff back there, so more often than not, I find some nice items back there. This is a nice Currier and Ives item. They had this beautiful ironstone plate here, has a nice floral on it. They only had the one of them, but it's a very gorgeous plate. Do you guys remember the massive Dalmatian horde from a few weeks ago? This is all they have left, so most of them ended up getting adopted. I'm predicting that all these animal figurines came from the same house. I normally don't come across that many at one time. I thought this canister set was quite nice. They had it priced quite high. They were marked out individually. The large one was $8. Not much room to resell, and I think it's on the newer side anyways. I can't remember if this was here last week or not, but at $13 I think it's going to stay here for quite a few weeks. Here's a nice collector's plate for Mother's Day 1975. for any of you guys first-time moms in 1975. As much as I liked these, they were priced way too high, so I had to move right on by them. You guys remember my tip on how to spot Fire King just by looking at the handle? As soon as I saw it, I knew what it was just by my tip there. And it wasn't a very nice Fire King piece. There was no pattern to it. But I always think it's fun when I can just look at something and know instantly what it is. This here is a glass bake loaf pan. I thought it was marked a little bit high for resale purposes, and given that it's not really that sought after, Pyrex and Fire King and such is much more resellable. I think there's something about the Lazy Susans, just like with the bells, you have to make it do the motion it's supposed to do, right? I thought this was a really nice one though. I thought this was really nice as well, but it was kind of stained. It was a cork material, and where cork is kind of more of a porous material, I wasn't quite sure how to clean that up, so I just wasn't sure on that one. I really do find this china set here quite beautiful. I love the yellow on it and the wheat. It is, I believe, put out by Alliance and in the pattern Gold Crest. It's a pretty random set they have here. I spied this vintage cheese board on the bottom shelf here, and it appears to be brand new. So something I've observed is when I start seeing a lot of things in the thrift store that is Avon, for example, I've been seeing a lot of Avon show up. It seems as older generations are getting rid of their collection, they're all getting rid of it at the same time, and then people like me are going in and saying, oh, this is cool, because it's a lot of times it's stuff we haven't seen before, and then it starts to trend. So I wouldn't be surprised if Avon stuff starts coming back and on the rise again and sought after. Now normally the clear glass aisle is quite boring, but it was not boring today. Look at this sweet night set I found in the carrier. This was amazing. Make sure you are subscribed so you can find out how much I paid for it and what I think I'm going to be able to get for it. I think the profit's going to be quite amazing. So once I spied that, I seemed to open up some kind of vortex, and look at this amazing fruit jar I found. Me and the lady spied these glasses at the same time. You can see her grab one of them to look at. I was trying to be respectful. She got there first, and she didn't end up wanting them, so they came home with me. These are Culver Antigua glasses. Unfortunately, it did not have the caddy for them, but still, I think I can make a pretty good profit on them. Let me know below, what do you guys think about people donating spice jars with the spices left in them, and then thrift stores actually putting it out without removing the contents? I actually really like this shaker, but for some reason when I see food items, it kind of is a turnoff for me. This art glass is quite stunning. I did have it in my cart for a while, but ultimately I decided it would just be a pain to ship, so I put it back. Isn't this grandmother plate darling? I can just picture this with vintage picture frames around the outside of it with your various grandmothers and great-grandmothers. I think that'd look really nice. It's always a wicked bummer when you come across piggy banks and salt and pepper shakers without the corks in it. I come across a lot of nice ones, but ultimately I usually don't pick them up because of that fact. Let me know if you guys know if they make replacements for those. I assume they do somewhere. I've never really looked into it. I know you guys are seeing this a little bit later, but I actually went just before Memorial Day for the shopping trip, and I spied these here. I actually did pick these up for family members. I put them on their lots on Memorial Day when we went around and visited our loved ones to thank them for their services and just, you know, the ones we've lost. So I thought these are really nice. They were only $4 a piece. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. That way I know that you are enjoying this kind of content and lets me know to make more like this in the future. Let's try to get to 3,000 likes. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to see part 2 to this shopping trip. It was a little bit long. I did spend a little bit more time there. So we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.